Hi guys, and welcome to a showcase and tutorial for Skilltree XP event. So the plugin will simply create a event that players can participate in that gives them bonus XP. What it'll do is it'll pick one of 38 random tasks and boost the XP for a temporary period of time by a configurable amount. So this can happen organically and based on a time limit, or you can start it manually. So for the purpose of demonstration, I'm going to start it manually. So you can start it by typing in the console command start XP event. And if you don't put any other parameters, it's just simply going to create an event. You can see here the event at the top right corner of my screen is skin boars. So all I would need to do is skin boars. So if I grab myself a rifle, because you know what, let's just spawn a boar. We'll just kill the boar. Grab a knife, and as you see here, when I skin the boar, I get 18 XP per hit. Now if I was to skin a chicken, for instance, I only get 10. And you can see here the bonus is a bonus 80% XP, so it's giving me additional XP per skin. If I was to stop this one here and then start a new event, you can see the event is going to change. We get a little pop-up here saying that the new XP event has started. We also get a chat message. And you can see here, growable pumpkins gives us a bonus of 120%. Now this is only for growable pumpkins. This won't work for collectible. So if I show you here and collect it, it's only going to give you my base 30 XP, whereas if this was a grown pumpkin, I'd be getting whatever the modified version of that is. Let's just stop that now. Now if I wanted to set a custom one, or if I wanted to specify what this is, what the event's going to be, I can actually input the value in. So I can say start of XP event, and then we do collect grown pumpkin. New XP event is started. Sorry, not grown pumpkin. We want wild pumpkins. Give me a second. Okay. Punch this in. There we go. Collect wild pumpkins. See at the top, wild pumpkins. If I spawn another wild pumpkin, you can see I'm now getting 54% XP, which is 80% bonus on top of 30. And that's pretty much the long and short of it. So we have XP bonuses for node hits, tree hits, skin hits, collecting all wild entities. There is actually one that simply lets you collect any and all wild entities, as opposed to specific wild entities, such as pumpkins and potatoes and stuff. So you can see here at the top right corner when it appears, collect all wild collectibles. This includes things like diesel barrels, so you get the bonus XP there. Mushroom clusters gives me the bonus XP there. Also get it off of the pumpkin as well, and that just simply gives you a flat out bonus for all wild collectibles. Otherwise it will also choose a subtype of collectible to specify, such as berries, hemp, pumpkin, potato, corn, mushrooms, or ore nodes. The grown entities work exactly the same. It can be all grown entities, or it can hone down into something specific, such as grown hemp. Skinning animals is exactly the same, so it can do one for either skinning all animals or skinning wolves, bears, chickens, boars, and stags, and that's for the final hit. Catching any fish, killing scientists, killing tunnel dwellers, underwater dwellers, animals of any type or specific animals, loot crates, breaking barrels, breaking road signs, and swipe cards. So they're all currently supported, and I do plan on adding more things in the future. So pretty much the long and short of it, this plugin does require Skilltree in order to run, does feed the data from Skilltree, and it will stack with other multipliers that you specify in Skilltree. So if you're giving certain groups modified XP values, or if you've got rested XP, all this will stack together. Alright guys, so we're going to go through the configuration for Skilltree XP events. We're just going to take it line by line and explain what each line does. Time between events in seconds. This is how often the event will automatically cycle. If you don't want the event to cycle, set the value to 0, and that way it will only be triggered by manual input. Otherwise it will trigger between, so after this period of time. So for example, if you have an event that's running and then the event stops, it'll start the countdown timer from when that event stops before it starts a new event up. And this is how many seconds in between. By default, it's set to 30 minutes. Time between HUD updates. This is how often the HUD updates on the player's screen when the event is running. You can see at the top right corner, the time left updating is 30 minutes, 15 seconds, 12 seconds. So you can see here it is updating every 3 seconds, which is what was specified. Longer update periods is better performance. 3 seconds is pretty good though. Node hit final, so the event setting, sorry, this is the types of events that are included in the plugin. These are all the different types of events that can be triggered. There should be sort of 38 or so of them. And you can see here node hit final, tree hit final, and skin hit final. These basically mean that when the final hit of the animal is taken, this is when it rewards that XP. And you can see here we've got some settings for each of these. So chance for this source to be selected. This uses a drop weight system. So when it rolls to select a random event, it's going to add all of these weights up for all of these types of events, and then it's going to roll a random number between 1 plus the total accumulated value and see where it lands. Kind of like a big wheel. The bigger the number, the bigger the slice of the pie that it has to land on, and the higher the chance it will be selected. Minimum multiplier to roll, which is basically, what's the minimum bonus we can apply when this is selected. The minimum is 80% by default, and the maximum is 120%. It's represented by 0.8 and 1.2. So this is added on top of the XP that the player would normally get. So for instance, if they were to receive 30 XP from a mushroom, collecting a mushroom or any sort of collectible, and this would trigger a bonus, they would get 30 XP plus 30 multiplied by whatever this value is. So if it was multiplied by 1.0, it would be 30 plus 30. So it'd be a 100% increase. Minimum duration for the event to run. This is how long, if this particular profile is chosen, the minimum time that the event will run and the maximum time it will run, and this is in seconds. And so it just picks a random number between. The skin ID that appears in the pop-up, that pertains to the little icon at the top right corner here. So you can have your own custom skin ID, or you can set that to 0 and specify an item ID instead. As you can see here with some of my other ones, I've done that. Yeah. There you go. Cloud Wild Berry. So I've set the skin ID as 0 and the item ID to whatever that is. So it'll choose the default Wild Berries item icon. And that's pretty much all. The rest of the events are exactly the same. The HUD notifications. So when the event starts, you can set to receive HUD notifications, UI notifications if you use UI Notify, and chat notifications, which just appear in the chat box on the left hand side here. New XP event is started. The HUD one was the one that appears above your toolbar, and the UI Notify is a pop-up that appears if you run the plugin. And then you've got some hex colors that you can change to recolor it if you like. And the UI anchors is basically the position of the UI, which here is at the top right screen, so you can adjust the anchors and the offsets as you please. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Any questions, any feedback, feel free to let me know.